the bond market is raising rates against the Fed cutting rates. Has Fed lost control of the interest rate market, the bond market? Seems like it to me. But as far as stagflation is concerned, by the way, I do religiously follow the Kobisi letter on Twitter, or in new X now. Since Fed cut the rates, the average rate on a 30-year mortgage has gone up nearly 100 basis points. That's 1 full percentage point, people, okay? And as you guys can see on the chart on the right-hand side in the box, that's the mortgage, okay? So Fed is trying to lower the 30-year mortgages by cutting rates, the Fed funds rate, the interest rates, just the bond market is not buying it. We now have 7% plus mortgages and rising rates across the board. Consumers are losing confidence as rates rise despite a promise of lower interest rates. Now, the Federal Reserve Chairman, he was asked this question after the last Fed meeting. They said, is stagflation a possibility? And then he said, this is his quote, I'm not joking. Fed Chair Powell said he doesn't see the stag or deflation. Well, this is the new version of that inflation is transitory. Inflation is not transitory. Inflation is there. We're experiencing every single day in what we're buying. We go to the store, food is more expensive, rents are higher, our insurances are higher. You know, it is tragic what's happening, but the antidote to inflation is higher interest rates. That's why Fed, after having zero interest rates for 15 years, they raised the rates from 0 to 5%. Okay, well, that's in order to kill inflation. That's the antidote. All right. Well, it's not happening. Inflation is not going away. Is everything we're buying higher by 30, 40, 50% over the last 3 years? Of course. Are they coming down now? Because Fed keeps saying inflation, you know, is 2%. Is it 2%? Are your pockets saying that inflation is only 2%? I don't think so. So my thing is, there is a real potential of stagflation. Stagflation is something that they don't have an antidote for. I rather have inflation over stagflation any day, because I know how I can deal with inflation. Because on a stagflationary period, you're in a box. So if the economy is slowing down, the gasoline that you need to put fire on is what? Lower interest rates. That's what the Fed is doing. It's trying to preempt, because they're seeing that the economy may slow down, so they started cutting rates. Well, lower rates is what created inflation over the last 15 years. Lower rates and printing money, right? So now they're in a box. If they keep cutting rates, inflation may come back with a vengeance. And if they raise rates, economy may slow down now, which it is slowing down. That's why they're cutting the rates. Fed never cuts rates if we have no inflation and if the economy is doing fine, right? Economy starts petering out, and that's why they're cutting the rates. So now they're in a box. If they keep cutting rates, inflation may come back. Well, they're cutting rates because they're thinking economy is slowed down. That's why you have the potential of stagflation, stagnant economy with high inflation. You don't want that. There is no antidote to that. There is no cure for that. It just has to work itself out. And is the soft landing still going to happen? I don't know. I'm not sure. But, you know, Fed Chair Powell doesn't think that stag or inflation is a problem. So I'm going like, okay, I guess we listen to the Fed. So, yeah, we don't want stagflation, and you guys don't want to experience it. I have experienced it in the 80s. You guys don't want that.